Yeah.
It'd be a blast if you go. You'd love it.
Yeah, I really want to go. And I got Merrick there too now, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Merrick's he's a great guy.
Merrick's awesome.
Excellent host. He was a great host. Welcome just right into his home. He's got like this whole mead lair down in the basement.
I want a mead lair.
Rob has a mead lair too. There's a picture of it in the book.
Yeah, there is actually.
Yeah, my mead lair is sort of being shared with the Warhammer gaming stuff and D&D stuff and all of board games and more stuff.
My mead lair is in the kitchen, and I'm trying to figure out how I can create a mead lair in a 43-foot RV. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Plastic.
Oh, looks like Michael Jordan's calling in. All right, I'm going to bring him into the show, or into the thing here. Hey, Michael.
Hey, are you guys still live?
We are. Hang on, I got them on hold, and I got to bring you into the call, okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I might have to call you back. Hang on a second.
Okay.
All right, if I let go of you, I'll call you right back.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Ask
sorry, guys.
Rob any questions. 803-443-MEAD.
I'm trying to get, I don't know why, but now the thing is not letting me add people to the call. But now I'm adding Michael. Let's see if this is going to work. I don't know. Michael, did you make it in? Hello, Michael? Arg.
I don't see him. Oh, yeah, I see him here.
Yeah, I do too.
But there's a little phone thing there.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
I'm trying to get it to come back in. It says call failed. Okay, I'm gonna hang up on him and I'm gonna call him back and bring him into the call. So it used to just let me answer it and bring them in, and now it doesn't do that.
Skype fail.
Yeah, I know. There we go. We're trying him again here. Yes, they did an upgrade or something, and it lost the ability to just let people put into the call. So
yeah, it totally worked.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I was trying to just sort of drag you onto the call, like sort of drag and drop, and it wouldn't let me, so I had to hang up on you and call you back. Sorry. So welcome to the show, Michael.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you very much for letting me ask Rob a couple questions.
No worries.
Yeah, hey Rob, I do a lot of outside the box mead making, and right now I'm doing a Tootsie Roll mead.
Fun.
And I was wondering, just with a fellow guy that tries to do some things, would you do a blanch and drop with the water, or would you do a Tootsie Roll with the brochet?
I might go more with a Tootsie Roll with the brochet, I think, maybe.
That's what I was doing, and I was trying to see about sugar content and over flavoring. I did one with a whole bunch of Dum Dum lollipops, and did it with the brochet, and it burned out the flavor.
Wow,
so I was trying
really does think outside the box.
Yeah, that's way outside the box.
Outside the whole department store.
There isn't even a box.
Wow.
I'm just trying to see what would be the best way to keep the flavor. I've learned that if I brochet the honey, and when I'm doing soda pops, the soda pops come out more, such as the Mountain Dew or the Dr. Peppers or root beers. But I was seeing if I didn't want to overpower because of the sugar content and the taste in the Tootsie Rolls and stuff. I didn't want to be too overpowering, and I'm just trying to see another. You're another person such as myself that has gotten honey from all over the world, that travels to see beekeepers and taste things like that. And I didn't know what your thoughts were on the sugar contents first, because my sugar content was huge when I took the starting gravity on it, and I did the brochet method, and I didn't know if it would be lower, do you think, if I did a blanch and still keep the flavor? Have you ever done anything like this?
No. No, I have to admit I have not. You maybe do a side-by-side and try them both, but I'm kind of thinking the second one might be the way to go. How to keep the flavors after the poching? That's a good question.
Well, Tootsie Rolls are chocolate and caramel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so caramelized honey makes sense. I would go with a bigger honey, like maybe a blend, like a buckwheat and maybe a meadow.
Yeah, meadow foam would be a good one.
Yeah, caramelized meadow foam would do it, because then you'd get that vanilla character, and then that would backstop the chocolate.
And then throw a vanilla bean in with it as well.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Throw a vanilla bean in with it, so spice it up as well, huh?
Well, the meadow foam's got the vanilla character, but I do have a buddy of mine that's trying to make a s'mores mead, and getting enough vanilla into it is hard. So because it's got a little bit here and there, but it's not really imparting a whole lot on the final product. You might want to throw.
You using beans or extract? Because I've used extract to good effect. I get yelled at because people go, beans are natural, and I'm like, yeah, I buy Madagascar vanilla extract from Penzies. It's just as natural. It's just does without the bean. I mean, it's good bits of the bean are in there.
I've done both. As long as
I do all kinds of stuff. When I'm making my s'mores mead, I'm using fluff marshmallow.
Oh God! You use marshmallow fluff? That's awesome. No,
that's actually a great idea.
What kind of honey did you use?
Cotton honey from Texas.
I've had cotton honey. That's actually not a bad idea.
I had some cotton honey out in Arizona.
It's very light. Cotton honey is.
Yeah.
Something else.
It was able to keep. They kept some good flavors and stuff with the fluff marshmallow.
This has gone from being a discussion about Polish meads to being Weirdamels, which is cool. I like that.
Well, I mean, I haven't done anything like a Tootsie Roll mead, but I have been working on a whole line of recipes of candy bar meads, and I touched on with Vicky the other day.
Yeah, you were talking about doing a book of candy bar meads, so it'd be like Snickers, Mountain,
This is not too far out of the realm of how. This is not that far beyond where I've gone.
Reese's peanut butter cup mead.
Yeah.
I've never done a candy bar.
Really terrible.
I think I could do it with peanut butter cup mead.
You guys keep talking for a second. I'm gonna call this guy back here. We've got an inbound. Apparently it's a busy night.
Well, I'm really digging the stuff about the candy bars. I've never done a candy bar. I've done a lot of soda pops. I've done nerds. I've done dum-dums. I've done gummy bears. I did even Peeps for Easter. I've never done a candy bar, and that sounds super cool.
Well, one of the guys from the Philippines actually did a Filipino candy. Used it in the mead, and I think it had chocolate and nuts in it. I can't remember how it turned out, though, so your mileage may vary of actually putting the chocolate bar in.
Well, if you're making a Tootsie Roll, you might want to think about adding a little bit of heat too, because that's chocolate and heat. Like
just a touch of red pepper, maybe, or something.
Just a little bit, maybe. That might bring out the chocolate a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, good information, because my dad said you should try some sea salt. Everybody's into sea salt right now, and I don't know. The only salt brine.
Okay, I'm adding.
Yeah, the only salt brine I've ever done was something else, and it didn't turn out too bad. It was we call it Grindel's Tears, and it's a salted caramel that has gold flakes in it. So
hang on, let me jump in 1 sec here. This has got me live calling you back because Skype is misbehaving today. Who is calling? Who is this?
This is Levy, the Man 95, or Daniel Levy. I was there 2 episodes before your last one.
You were.
Yeah, I've just was listening to your talking about someone's mentioned like to get a little bit of a caramel flavor going. And I remember I spoke on the Facebook page. I'm doing an experiment right now where I actually dry caramelize some normal sugar, which reduces the sweetness, but it gives you that caramel flavor without any of the off flavors from using an artificial sweetener or actually making caramel and putting it in. so it doesn't add more fluid volume, and it's really nice that way. You put it in the oven and you dry roast it, and it's like normal sugar, but it's caramelized. It's really cool.
Oh, I'm gonna have to play with that.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm doing it with a hibiscus mead right now, which may have been a bad idea, but I mean, it tastes good.
Cool.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea to me. That sounds pretty good.
That
yeah,
really
I'm definitely
does.
gonna have to play with that. Caramelizing sugar itself. That's I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, it's easier than doing it in a pot too, because you could just put it in your oven for a set amount of time and just kind of forget about it. Versus in a pot, you can burn it, you can screw it up real easily, and it adds it helps. It sometimes make your mead taste a bit syrupy. On the gallon batch, I did that once, and it tasted terrible. Kind of tastes like maple syrup, but
It's a really good idea.
Huh. Well, thank you. You're giving all of us interesting ideas.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. Last time, what was it? It was a sour capsicum, I believe. That's what we were talking about. But yeah, I'm all in the weird-a-moles.
Yeah, I like
Weird
fun.
meads or whatever, Franken meads.
Yeah, I like different meads. Just plain
Yeah,
old
Franken meads. I like that.
Yeah.
Frankenmead.
I've thrown the odd car part in my meads just to make people read the labels, so, weird them out. I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
It's springtime. What have I got left over?
Yeah.
What have I got in the freezer? What do I need to clear out of the freezer to make room for whatever I want to put in the freezer?
The freezer died. Let's make mead. That was me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, was that with you with the blueberry or raspberry? I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
Someone
it was
blew-
strawberries and blueberries. I had a buttload of both, and the freezer died. And so I had literally 2 big stainless steel sinks in my kitchen stuffed full of gallon bags of fruit that were slowly melting and making a mess. And my husband's like, let's just throw them out. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't. And got between him and the sink and spread my arms out and said, touch these and die, and then, yeah. And he's like, then you'd better do something with those. And I'm like, I will. And he's like, just throw them in a bucket. And so I did. I literally took the strawberries and I piled them in a bucket and couldn't get to it for 3 or 4 days. In the meantime, they thawed out, which was good.
Well, that's good. It broke down
Strawberry,
itself,
kiwi,
plus
and
released
red.
the flavors and sugars.
Yeah, so it worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
If you-
in the meantime, now the freezer's practically empty. So.
I mean, at least it was
Anything
fruit.
that I find from the freezer, I'm dumping Red Hots in. I get those little Red Hots in the box.
Oh my god.
Kiwi
yeah.
strawberry Red Hots and stuff. I always use that for a good cinnamon base to go with strawberry kiwi if it's been frozen to kind of make things blend out. I like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's kind of cool.
This man does not have a box.
Yeah.
Just to hell with the box.
Well, I like Rob, man. I've heard Rob a couple times. I like that he's a beekeeper out there and he can kind of see. In fact, I had a rough day yesterday as a beekeeper. The winds were blowing 92 miles an hour last night.
Yeah, you lost some hives, didn't you?
Blew off. I had one field that ripped the stands up out of the ground and blew them, and I have some in my front yard at my house that flipped them over and blew them down the street. And
Whoa.
Oh
it was
no.
just,
Bummer.
yeah, but
Please.
just try different. I can't give up on it. I love them damn girls, but
Yeah.
man, it was pretty devastating this morning to see all my stuff down the road and going through, and no bees. The bees just left because it's so cold. The wind was blowing, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Rob does all that stuff and he travels, so that's one reason why I called in was I like Rob, and I wanted to know if I was boiling my candies and my stuff, if I'm going to lose too much of my flavors and stuff, and just got to play with it and tinker a little bit more.
I think the longer you boil the stuff, the more flavors are going to boil off. But getting them just to the liquefied stage,
Yeah.
you're good.
Right on, Rob. I'm gonna tune back in and listen to stuff, but I appreciate your knowledge, and I thank you for being a world person in what we're doing here with bees and mead making, and I appreciate you, man.
Oh, hey, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You bet. You guys have a blessed night.
You
Yep.
take care, Michael.
You
Thanks
too,
for coming
thanks.
on. Alright.
Yeah, you mentioned your freezer. I just remembered. I'm still here. I just
Yeah, I
remembered
saw
the
that.
freezer story I had. I got. I also had a similar freezer issue, but I had ghost chili. It's filled up in a freezer,